by being a pass-first player.
Kenny Atkinson goes a little bit deeper into his bench as Isaac Okoro begins the fourth quarter with a driving layup. So 30-point game. Cleveland has been down by as many as 44 points. They were down by 41 at halftime. And what was the big...
Never a good sign when you're down by more points than you scored, which was the case in that first half.
TJ McConnell, off target from deep.
And now what's going to happen if you're Kenny Atkinson is you've got to figure out a way to make sure your guys understand if you're going to in game 6. So you've got to take care of your business back in Cleveland. As they continue to put on a show here for the home crowd. And I've been in this situation, Cyril, a few times. And you can't get ahead of yourself. You've just got to be focused on game 5 if you're Cleveland. Somehow get it back. Who continues to be a problem.
How hard is that psychological hurdle to come back from a game like this, GA, in a 7-game series?
For a team that believes you can do it, no doubt. He has done it all season long here for the Pacers.
And boy, an Indiana crowd that left this building with a bad taste in their mouths after game 3. They have been venomous with the volume and the noise tonight, with 18,000 strong bearing down on Cleveland. Here comes Jalen Tyson
to keep this group connected.
Parts of the East with one of the greatest seasons in franchise history. But they're going to be getting on a plane later tonight and heading home in a position where they're going to have to save their season on Tuesday night. And then you throw on the questionable status of Donovan Mitchell, who left this game with an ankle injury, came out to warm up at halftime, felt something in that ankle area, and quickly went back into the Cavs locker room, and we have not seen him since. Tyson
group and figure out
after just taking some heat, now talking to the media, Greg, at the end of that game 3. So Shepard to the basket, and they just keep on coming. Fred Porter Jr. out of Tyson as we hit the 9-minute mark. Tristan Thompson up with a leaning.
That finish by Thompson. The guys on the floor now, the Pacers, still playing with great energy and intensity.
Boy, Thompson. Right at the rim, corner 3, Okoro.
And with a left ankle injury. So again, a left ankle injury is what rules him doubtful, and we'll keep our eye on that ankle and find out as much as we can after the game on what his status may or may not be. With about 47 hours from the start of tonight's game to the start of game 5 on
Cleveland. Those 5 games that Mitchell missed with the ankle that Jared just mentioned to close the regular season, more from a precautionary approach. Wasn't anything serious. 5 of the 11 games that Mitchell missed to injury this season, with Cleveland having that 1 seed pretty much locked up over the final couple of weeks of the season. Ended up winning the East by 3 games over Boston. Shepard misses the layup. And Javonte Green comes out of the fray.
And I will tell you, obviously, everyone's going to be concerned.
With 7:37 left to play.
Amazing leader. He said he literally talks to every single person on the roster about everything, and it's not just limited to basketball. TJ referred to James Johnson as his big brother on this roster.
He's playing with his 10th NBA team as Jarris Walker misses the little flick And boy, we asked Rick Carlisle about Johnson, and you can sense the respect that Carlisle has for his longtime veteran as Johnson gets the block at the rim. He said that he will approach Johnson late in lopsided games as Fulton misses a corner three, and he'll ask Johnson if he wants to go into the game. As Jarris walks.
But he said, hey, he has been in this league a long time. He's a leader on this team, as Jared talked about. And he's deserved an opportunity to play in front of his family and friends like the rest of their crew. And he came in immediately and gave a nice hard foul back in game 3 as well.
Porter Jr. misses on a three. And Indiana just keeps their foot on the gas pedal. It has been unbelievable to watch. Shepherd. Craig Porter Jr. able to sneak underneath that Indiana defense. Porter Jr. undrafted, second NBA season at Wichita State. Actually from Terre Haute, Indiana, about 80 miles southwest of where we are here in Indianapolis. Shepherd hanging. And Ben Shepherd's got 11 points off the bench. Jalen Tyson dribbled himself into trouble underneath. Offensive rebound, Johnny Furphy, and they get a reset to Johnson. Shot clock at 2. Shepherd just...
They have just got everything going their way here.
Devontae. Ben Shepherd, one of 7 Pacer draftees on his current roster. Just tells you how Kevin Pritchard has built this thing organically through the draft.
And Spiro, I'm glad you mentioned that too, because that's, you think of the modern NBA, player development is critical. You've got to be able to get guys that fit.
Here's Indiana Pacers answer the bell tonight after a 22-point loss on this floor in game 3.
To see how this Cavs team's going to respond in game 5 this day.
Off the offensive rebound, Isaac Okoro to the cup as we are down to 4 and change left to play. For the emotional and wild swings of a 7-game series in the NBA postseason just never cease to amaze. Drive to the cup, Tyson unable to put it down for Cleveland. 125-97 season on Tuesday night for the Cavaliers.
And that's just to extend the series. Kenny Atkinson and the leadership in that locker room, how you have to sell it. You know, you can't get away from who we are and how we play, and we've just got to win that third and then do what we have.
We heard the report from Jared earlier, ankle injury. Remember, Mitchell missed the last 2 games of their conference semifinal series to the Celtics last spring.
And listen, that is a huge concern, Spiro, but to be honest, the bigger concern is the psyche of the Cavs. If you're a great team, not that you can win a series necessarily without Donovan Mitchell, but whether or not he goes, if you play the way they played tonight, it's not going to matter. He played the first half when they were down 41. So if they don't bring a different mindset and approach to the game, it won't matter.
Johnson pulls up and hits here in game 4. Chuma Okeke Able to knock it down from deep. As we come up on the final 2 minutes. James Johnson having a good old time. Gets it to Walker. Time to shoot. Walker. Swim move to the floater.
He's the one that Donovan Mitchell has kind of perfected.
Little give and go action. Thompson back to Porter Jr. And off the broken play, Porter Jr. lays it up and in for the deuce. Greg, the other part of this is that, this is a Pacers team that's going to go to Cleveland with all kinds of confidence. They won the first 2 games of the series there. The Halliburton buzzer beater in game 2. Especially on the heels of what they did to the Cavs tonight.
And Phil, I guarantee you, Rick Carlisle, he's going to have to work to not have his team rely on the fact that Okoro off the steal with the finish at home. Because you don't want to give this Cavs team any confidence, any life. In the perfect world, you'd love to be able to close this thing out in game 5.
Here comes Johnson back in the postseason this year. They had 25 assists, GA, at halftime.
Which tied a season high for them, and it's the most they've ever had in a postseason game. It was beautiful to watch them perform in that first half.
Nice looking corner stroke that time from Jalen Tyson, the rookie out of Cal. The Indiana Pacers with one of the most dominant performances in their NBA postseason history as they take it to the 1-seeded Cavaliers tonight to move 1 step closer.